Hi everybody, good evening. I'm really excited to do this live and I've been driving all day. I've been down to Northampton, so I set off at 8:30 this morning, nearly 4 hours to get there in the traffic, and then I was there for just under 3 hours and then I've drove back. So I've literally come in, I've neglected my kids and I jumped on a live straight away. So if you're watching, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. If you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're catching up on replay, let me know that you're catching up on replay. Give me some love hearts. And if you would like to share this video, then I would very much appreciate it. So my name is Gemma Evans, as you will already know if you're tuning in from my personal Facebook. And I am a mind, body and soul coach. And what I do is I teach people how to change the mindset, how to change the body and how to change their spirit, how to condition the spirit and the soul so that they become the best version of themselves, not just in their life but also in their business. And one thing that comes up time and time again, hiya Janice. One thing that comes up time and time again is emotional states. So we are in 100% control of our emotional states. That there is no doubt about that. But we do it unconsciously. So we don't really know that we're doing it, and that puts us into a place. So what we're going to look at on tonight's live. So every Thursday I come live. It's between 8 and 9. It depends what I've got on. 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. and I always give people some tips. So tonight is your emotional states. So the first thing that we're going to look at is, what emotional state are you living in now? What is that emotional state? So for instance, and then what we're going to look at is what is the antidote for that. So let's say for instance the emotional state that you're living in now is fear. You are fearful. What is the antidote for that? It's courage. So to get over fear, you need courage. To get over the fear of fighting a battle, you need the courage to fight it, and then you will go ahead and do it. And then what you need to do is you need to practice it. So you need to recognise when it's there and you need to practice it. And the fourth thing that we're going to look at doing is to condition it, so that in any part of your life, in any part of your day, you can recognise what emotional state you're in, and within the click of a finger you can change it. And that is key to do it, and every successful person can do it. Some days we feel like we don't want to show up. Some days we feel like we just want to, every single person feels like this. Some days you feel like you just want to put the blankets back over your head, go back to sleep. Oh, I don't want to go to work today, just put the blankets back over my head. You have to learn how to change your emotional states, because if not, then it will change you and it will control your life. So the first thing I get my clients to do is to get a piece of paper and put a line down the middle of it. And first thing I want them to do is write a list of all the negative emotional things that they feel at least once a week. So it doesn't matter if the list's 5 things, if it's 20 things, just write it down. So on the left hand side of the page, everything, all the emotional feelings, the emotional states that you feel at least once per week. And then on the opposite side to that page, so you would then put what the antidote to that is. So you would then put, so if you feel like you're disempowered for the negative effect, then for the positive effect it would be powerful. As I've just said, if you feel scared, it would be courageous. If you feel fat, it would be thin. If you feel ugly, it would be pretty. What do you feel? What's the negative emotions that's coming into your head on a daily basis? Because unless you write them down on paper and identify them and actually get them out of here down to there, then they're just going to stay up there and they're just going to wreak havoc with your mindset. And once you've identified what they are, then you need to look at that list and you really need to study it, and you need to think, which would I prefer to feel? So would I prefer to feel disempowerment, or would I prefer to feel powerful? Would I prefer to feel unhappy, or would I prefer to feel sad? So for every negative emotion that you can feel, there is always a powerful one that can be the opposite of it. So that's the second thing you need to do. So you need to identify them, get your 2 lists, you need to identify them, and you need to identify which you personally, not the outside world, nothing to do with anybody else, but you. This is your mindset, this is your emotional state. How would you like to feel? And then what you need to do is practice them. You need to put yourself into those emotional states. And when I was in Lanzarote at the retreat back in March, we did, I was actually the person who Michelle done it on, and she got me to describe a low point, a sad point in my life, and I talked about that for literally 1 minute, and my body language, my head went down, and I was talking, a tear rolled down my face, and you know, I was in a sad emotional state. And within the click of a finger, she told me to think of a time, hiya Kaylee, a time that I was happy and that one of the best days of my life. And within a matter of minutes, I sat up straight, my head went high, and I looked up at the sky, and I described exactly what my happy state was. And that's what you need to practice. So if you are feeling unhappy, it shows in everything that you do. You know, you can't stand on stage like this and be happy. You can't stand and talk to your friend like this and be happy. If you're happy, you're happy. You know, you can't be tall but be small. If you're tall, you're tall. And it's as simple as that. And that is so important, that you know how to shift your emotional states within the blink of a mind. So when you get up on a morning time and you think, I can't be bothered with life, I just want to put the covers back over my head, you can go, no, not today, thank you, Charles. See you later. I am going to be happy, and that is what I'm going to be. And you get them thoughts in your head that make you happy. You become in control of that, and the only way that you can be in control of that is by practicing it. And once you have practiced it, and once you can go, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm powerful, I'm unpowerful, and you can identify those feelings down to the key. Whatever it is on your list, these are just ones that's coming off the top of my head. Whatever it is that's on your list, you can identify them, and you can put yourself in those emotional states. You then need to condition it. And to condition it, it means exactly what I've just said. You need to jump on and do a live video. You need to show up at work. You've got a presentation to do. You need to have a meeting. You need to go to the gym. Anything. You can change your emotional state so fast that you don't even realise that you had a negative state of mind in the first place. And you need to use it. And you need to be it every single day. So you need to practice it. And the only way that you will get perfect at it is practicing it. So I'll just go over what I talked with tonight, because it is so important. Our emotional states really determine what sort of person we are, what sort of business we're going to have, how successful we are. They'll determine who we are as a person, like whether it be you're a mum, or whether it's your partner, or at work or in your business, it will determine who you are. So the first thing that you need to do is identify what emotional state you were living in. And by doing that, we're going to do 2 lists, so positive and negative. So write all the negative ones down first, and then pair them up with a positive one. Then you're going to identify what emotional states would you like to feel. So if you're happy, being unhappy, there's no point in watching this live, so you don't need to do it. But if you're not happy being unhappy and you want to be happy, then you need to learn how to identify it. So you need to learn when you're unhappy and how you can be sad, and you need to practice that. You need to put yourself into that state of mind time and time again. You know, practice. Learn the things that make you smile, and the things that make you feel good, and the things that make you feel amazing. And the fourth thing is condition it. So you need to practice it, you need to condition it, and you need to believe it. You need to do it every single time, so that every day you don't ever have a bad or a negative state of mind again. And that is so powerful. And you might be sat there thinking, oh, it's easier said than done. But it's actually... it is easier said than done, because once you can control what goes on up here, you know, it's like let's say for instance, I do it, and every 1 hour I stop, and for the next 5 minutes I'll do nothing and have nothing but happy thoughts. because that raises my vibrations, and I'll do something that I want to do if I'm really busy, it'll be every 90 minutes, but I definitely do it every 60 to 90 minutes, 5 minutes. Stop. What am I feeling? Get out of it. Get in a happy state. Get in a positive state. Get in a strong state. Get in a courageous state. Get in a tall state, get in a successful state. If you're feeling unsuccessful, put yourself in a successful state. What you see up here, if you believe it enough, it will happen in front of you one day. You've just got to believe it enough. So that was my live for tonight. It was a really, really brief live. Like I said, I've been on the road since 8:30 this morning, down to Northampton and then back again. But it was all good. It was a nice trip. If anybody's got any questions, please contact me. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please put a hashtag live if you are watching live. If you are watching on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you would be so kind as to share my live video, that would be great. I am live every Thursday night in between 8 and 9. It's normally 8 o'clock, but if I do have a business call at 8 o'clock, it will be pushed back to 9 o'clock. So I love to see everybody popping on and having a quick look, having a little nosy in what's going on. Thank you very much for listening to me. Don't forget that I have my Warrior Women Academy. That is my free group, and that is for female entrepreneurs who want to develop a mindset made of wrought iron, a body that they are proud of, and a spirit that gives them the best life possible. They want to follow their soul, and they show up time and time again, and they become the best version of themselves, and the best version of themselves also in the side of their in their business life as well. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I shall speak to you all soon. Take care.